All right, today we got a very interesting company, and it's not Alpha, but which I thought it was, is Alpa from Switzerland, and they're quite expensive even to this day. So Mr. Wu has brought along a very special Alpa camera, and it's a SLR. So, Mr. Wu, what do we got here?
Yeah, today I have this Alpa SI 2000. This is not the Swiss-made Alpa. There are many Swiss-made Alpas with different models. So I'm arranging for a friend of mine who has that camera so that we can feature them one by one. But along the way, 1977, Alpa adopted one camera from a Japanese lens maker, camera maker, Chinon. Chinon came up with a camera, the CE2 Memotron. So this is actually like a version of that. But what they did different is that they put a zinc die-cast top plate. The Chinon was stamped metal. So this is zinc die-cast, tougher. Now, interesting is that this camera basically have the Pentax for M42 mount. Like most M42 cameras, you have to stop down the aperture to take a reading. That slow you down. And then some models, they feature the full aperture coupling, but there's no uniformity. Pentax has their own design, Fujica has their own design, the Olympus FTL have their own design. So the way they link the full aperture is different, they're not compatible. So what this camera did is, they make use of this new photocell. The old photocell is the selenium photocell. Doesn't need battery, just light falling on the cell, it produces current to move the needle. But it has some disadvantage. It cannot work in a low light level, and it's very big and bulky. Then they have the CDS cell, small tiny cell, requires a battery, and the much more sensitive, can read in low light, but it has a disadvantage. It took a long time to respond from bright to dark. If you are reading from a dark place and you move to a bright place, the needle takes some time to adapt. Likewise, when a bright place to a dark place, the needle takes some time to adapt. And so it's not a quick response. So they came out with a new kind of photocell. They call it the SBC or the SPD, silicon blue cell or the silicon photodiode. So with this silicon blue cell, the meter responds very quick. Bright to dark, it gives an immediate feedback. So what they do is they take advantage of that. And so the camera maker boasts that you can use any old screw mount lens, normal design. And what happened is, this plunger is very long. So when you plunge it down, it will stop down the aperture. Then only before you trip the shutter, it will take the light reading, because it can respond very quickly, so no problem. So you just take it down. So it takes the exposure just before the click of the shutter. So it will work, the meter reading will work with any kind of lens, full lens, so with or without the full aperture coupling, so you can put the Pentax lens. So you got a wide range of lenses to choose from. The shutter is metal. It goes up to 2000. So you got a very robust shutter. So the reading will work. So it's make it very versatile. So there's the Alpa SI 2000. Now, of course, the accessories are not compatible with the Swiss Alpa. That is a bayonet mount, so it's different. So this one is their middle of the mid-range model, made in Japan.
Wow, fantastic.
So you got metal shutter. So you sync with 125.
Was this sold in Malaysia?
I believe so, but not so common.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Mr. Wu, thank you so much for this added bonus of reviewing another old camera from Europe, but actually made in Japan. And in the future, we're going to get the real McCoy. Okay, but that's a special arrangement.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Wu, thank you very much.
Right. Welcome.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.